So this video was sponsored by Aniba.com, which is a new gaming marketplace with over 9,000 digital products. Now they will bring you the hottest deals in the market of any title, whether it be new or old, and with their excellent Trustpilot score, you can be rest assured that you will receive the product and that your gaming will continue without a hitch. Now they even host massive sales with discounts up to 70%, and to help me out, you can make that 73% with my 3% discount code by just using SuperRebel when you are on the checkout. So go ahead, check it out. The link is in the description below. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today we have something very cool to talk about because there was a top secret event in London for this game. Now I'm going to go a little bit more in depth about this because I was actually completely unaware about it. But before we go any further into this, as always, I've been asking you guys questions at the beginning of the video, and today I have another very important one, and I'm going to be featuring some of your comments as well in the next upcoming videos. But my question to you guys today, right, is if one of these characters that are playable in the game had to be removed completely, right? So by the time the game is launched and one character has to go, which character would it be and why? I want you to get in the comment section below, and like I said, I will be featuring some in the next upcoming videos. Now also, if you missed the last video, just to give you guys a recap as well, we did have some exclusive I guess gameplay details from PlayStation UK, and that was really cool because we found out about special moves with Miss Marvel and so forth. But like I said at the beginning of the video, since then something even better happened, which was an exclusive, I guess you could call it, top secret event that Virgin Media hosted in London. Now that being said, okay, to get tickets to this, IGN actually did talk about it, and they were giving away tickets and it was paying for like people's travels and so forth, but there was a lot of press there as well. Now on top of that, we did get to see some really cool things, and here's some really cool things because one of the creative directors, who goes by the name Sean, and I guess you could call him the main guy so far for this game, was there answering a load of questions from, you know, big companies, press, etc. Now one thing that was revealed that I've just posted in my community tab actually when I'm making this video, it was posted on Reddit by someone who goes by the name of Lion0025, is this new artwork from this Virgin Media UK event. Now this looks absolutely crazy. Of course we have Hulk just smashing his arm through this robot, but and when you take a look and you kind of get a first glimpse at it, you assume that Hulk's right arm is actually like partially a robot, but it's not. He's literally just tearing this robot apart, and of course this looks massive compared to Hulk, right? But this does look very, very cool. This is definitely some brand new artwork, something we've not seen, and I reckon, fingers crossed, they will reveal these official screenshots and posters. Probably, I'm gonna assume January now because we're wrapping up the end of the year. I mean, there's one more gaming event to still happen, so you know, a lot of big things can still go for this game, you know, before we end 2019. But like I always say, January is when more or less we'll see some interesting details. Now this is where things get really cool. Now this was posted on the Lad Bible, and the actual title was the following, which is Marvel's Avengers creative director says any hero has the potential to appear. Now the writer that of course wrote this article said, I asked Sean if we could expect to see more heroes like Kamala Khan join the adventure, either as a DLC or as part of the game's story, and he replied by saying the following: there's a potential for many characters to enter this world. Clearly not, of course, wanted to give too much away, but what he then continued to say is, so what I will say is that there's ... always potential, yes. Now, of course, this article did have a few, you know, other questions that they did ask Sean and so forth about the game, but they led this specific part on with a very valid point, which was, and I'll quote again, we already knew that Square Enix planned to support the game's co-op multiplayer with all kinds of post-release content, and a big part of that is the addition of further heroes. Sean wouldn't say which ones, if there are any, However, with the additional heroes, we might see included in the game's original story, sadly. So you don't know if it's going to be something that will be exclusive to when you're playing co-op, or a DLC and so forth. I mean, there's going to be loads of different things we have to learn about this game, which does lead me on to the next article from this recent London event, but this time coming from Games Radar. Now, they also spoke to Sean and touched base with the question that a lot of people have been asking, and I guess you could say it was touched up on a little bit before, but this time it's being spoke about with Sean, which is again a very, very important person behind this game. Now, Games Radar asked him the following question, or said the following: ever since you revealed Avengers, there has been a lot of speculation as to whether this is the start of a shared Marvel gaming universe, and whether it's connected to Insomniac's Spider-Man game. What's your, definitive comment on those rumors? Now, again, his answer is something that was actually discussed with another director before, but his words were that this is an original Avengers story and it lives in its own universe. It's got its own cast of characters, and they're of course very particular to this arc that they were trying to push. But the future of the game has endless possibilities, but that's this game and that's the focus. Now, Games Radar then continued to ask, is that kind of collaboration, hypothetically speaking, something that you would be interested in? Now, before I say what Sean said, I mean, again, something we've touched base with a while back, but there was this one whole big misconception that, this game is actually shared with Spider-Man's, universe, and essentially the whole universe is shared, and there's going to be a collaboration with Insomniac Games. I can't remember who it was, but someone actually said they would like to see that happening, who actually works with this game. But Sean's exact words were that any collaboration with great studios excites everyone at Crystal Dynamics, because of course the question is, how do we make this bigger? How do we make this much more engaging for the fans and continue to do so? So the possibilities are extremely exciting. And I mean, going off with this game, right, everything so far, what we have seen until this very day, is so mixed. I mean, the game looks great, and I say this in almost every single video, but the game definitely is flawless. But for some reason, people do pick up, core things, and how it's going to play like a Destiny game, or how characters don't look like they should, and how more characters should be added, etc. But one thing that I'm really seeing they're more likely to be happening is, I think the game will genuinely get better after it's released. And it's weird, right, because there are some games that do actually get released. You've got your standard stock game, I guess you could say, but by the time the company adds DLC and so forth, a game could just randomly get super popular again. So I wouldn't say that there should be that core fear with people that this game needs to have everything at launch. I truly believe that we might see the opposite, that the hype for this game might just stay the same until we see more details closer to the time. I mean, one thing I really want to talk about is of course this beta, because there has been absolutely nothing on when this is happening. And again, just to recap with you guys, if you didn't know how to get the beta, you need to pre-order the game, but you can still go into Amazon and pre-order the game and still get the beta code. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I don't know if this still works, but when I done it a couple of months back, like we're talking ages ago now, a lot of people jumped on it and it was a thing, because basically Amazon don't take the money from your bank account straight away until the game is actually shipped. So you basically can play the beta because you've pre-ordered the game, but you technically haven't paid for the game yet, if that makes any sense. Now, if that's still a way to work with it, I mean, that's definitely a thing you guys should do. So go ahead and pre-order the game on Amazon. Would definitely recommend it, because that's one way you're going to get into this beta. And again, we already know that if you're a PlayStation owner, you're going to have early access to it. I mean, that's an absolute standard. So all PlayStation owners are going to be favored. And that's why a lot of people actually question, hey, why'd you keep calling this game Avengers PS4? Well, I have a very strong feeling that, there's going to be a lot of exclusive stuff for PlayStation. But they even were talking about Google Stadia as well, and they were saying that although this game is going on multiple platforms, which again is another very big thing, right? Because every superhero game or any open world game or whatever game, you know, this size that gets released on multiple consoles is a very, very hard thing to pull off. And I can see it doing very well on the consoles. It's just like things like Google Stadia and the PC versions of games as well. I mean, you know, that PC version really opens up a can of worms for any game. So there's still so much to see, being completely honest. I think what we haven't seen is something we are still fearing. That's being completely honest. But Sean has said that we have basically seen hardly anything, and I mean, that's not even rocket science. I mean, we all know we've really hardly not seen anything of this. So definitely with this next gaming event coming up in December sometime, I don't know the exact date, but it's happening within the next month. We could potentially see more details. If not, definitely January. And I mean, this is again going on a beta release date, so the demo, PlayStation 4 demo release date prediction is going to have to be, for me, I'm going to say mid-March, maybe late, well, no, it has to be mid-March or basically late March. It has to be March as the month in general, because the game's coming out in May. But you guys leave your predictions on that in the comment section below. But to sum that up, okay, so Avengers beta release date prediction from me is going to be March. New gameplay from this game possibly next month, definitely early January, I guess you could say, if not 2020. In regards to more characters being added into this game, the possibilities are going to be endless. Again, custom character creation and so forth. There really is a whole topic to talk about on there. And of course, the new artwork with Hulk. So very, very interesting things going on for the game so far, but they just still feel very, very secret. But you guys get in the comment section below, because that is going to wrap up this video here. So as always, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day. Until the next one, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.